So they tithes and offerings, they're helping me keep this one. Now, let me tell y'all something. I remember when we had a building and people's rebellion. People's rebellion. They when they get mad, they stop giving. They thought they was gonna shut me down by not paying their tithes. And I'm gonna tell you something what I learned. My call and election has nothing to do with a building. It's a mandate, it's a message, and it's to a people. And when that's up, that's it. Who am I to continue to do something that his assignment is over? People don't believe that your assignment comes to an end sometimes because of you dealing with please. It's too much stuff going on. And when people get upset and they stop tithing and they stop sowing seed and they don't respect the call on of Elohim on your life, there's no need to get mad.
Hold up. I know you're pressed for time. Let me quickly
It's
run you through the studio.
it's no reason. There's no issue. No reason to get mad. If people don't believe in you, they just don't believe in you. And Yeshua said, you're going to be hated. I had to learn that lesson from a valuable source. Because people put their resources into other areas and other things rather than into your ministry. And it's number one, it's not your ministry. It's not your ministry. So that being said, I'm going to mention and then go to the script and we're done. We're going to be done. Again, Rabbi Dr. Makeda Deboya is in the motherland. And there were others who should be on with us, but are not. And I would have them to come for midnight oil tonight. Because I know I'm still under the weather. And I will need to be. I need to know who and what and all that other things for things to go smooth and go and transition properly. since I'm not going to be on, we will not have midnight oil prayer tonight. Again, do not allow distractions. If you have an assignment, if you're supposed to be somewhere and you're supposed to be in place regarding an assignment, make sure you're there. Make sure you're there. The Bible talks about be faithful in seasons and out of season. So, but there was an outburst when Vladimir Zelensky came and Donald Trump and Vice President Vance called him and his delegation out. And I'm not surprised. But at the same token, I found it funny. Found it very funny to me. And I'll tell you why. Well, what does this have to do with the scriptures? Well, you know what? I'll show you, and then I promise you, I'm done. I'm gonna close. I have to take rest, but I want to show you something. And I started to touch on the subject of Islam, and just mention some things that had already been mentioned with Rabbi Dr. Taft Bowden when he dealt with it. This is their month of what they call Ramadan and that sort of thing, but not really my wasn't called to it. Not yet. But what we are seeing is the exposure of Revelation 2:9. Let's begin at verse 8. And unto the angel of the called out assembly in Smyrna write, these things says the first and the last, which was dead and is alive. I know your works and tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Yahudim, which is where they get the word Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. How many of you just heard of the passing of recording artist Angie Stone? She questioned the fact that she made all this money, but where's her money at? Where's her royalties at? And she just had this conversation. Where's her royalties? And the synagogue of Satan had her killed. Now, y'all want to believe that a 18-wheeler ran off the road and all this other stuff. That's just coincidence. No, that's not coincidence. Anybody that questions the industry, they call it the industry. Michael Jackson questioned the industry. Prince questioned the industry. Whitney Houston questioned the industry. Well, who's the industry? The synagogue of Satan, the Ashkenazi Khazarians, those who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. They're the puppet masters. They're the very intimate of Satan. And this may be the beginning of a thorough investigation of who are the real Yahudim versus the fake Yahudim. Number one, well, we're going to leave that for tomorrow. We're going to it tomorrow. All right. But Vladimir Zelensky comes from a region today it's called Ukraine. But in ancient time, it was called Khazaria, the Khazarians. This is why in class I told you to get the book, The 13th Tribe by Arthur Kessler. He exposed their agenda, their bloody history. How they have hijacked not only people's identities, ethnicities, but wealth. And has the whole world worshiping them. These people are treacherous. They've hijacked the educational system. They have you believing even in a false map. The map that you see right now, the maps of the continents, the countries in itself, is not accurate. Beloved, there's a lot that I would reveal right now, but it's not the time. But the truth of the matter is we are living in the very end of times. And there is a concerted effort to keep people in the dark and to keep people blinded. Now, I want to share some things with you. And it's important that you take this to your heart. You have to take care of yourself physically. You have to take your vitamins. You have to drink right. You have to walk and exercise. You have to do the necessary things. You have to keep your immune system strengthened. Why? Because there are entities, there are things out there that are in an alignment to bring down the numbers of humanity. Death is spreading. Sickness is spreading. And there's some things down the road I'm going to talk to you about, even pertaining to what happened in Washington, D.C. and in Philadelphia regarding those plane crashes. But the point is right now is you're dealing with a process of elimination. They're trying to bring down humanity's numbers, and especially those of us of melanated or the Hebrew Israelites. So while people stay dumb going to church, open their Bibles, that they really don't open their Bibles, and if they understood what they were reading, they would know to do some research, and you will find out the correct scriptures to read and what translations you need to reject. So this is, we're going to get into exposure or the expose of the synagogue of Satan and go deeply into it tomorrow. But Donald Trump kicked off a firestorm. And while I'm not a fan of his, I was happy that happened. So I want to praise the Most High for every last one of you coming on. My strength is slowly but surely coming back, but I'm not going to stretch it. Rabbi Dr. Makeda Deboya let everybody know that we did have service tonight. I'm surprised a lot of them have not come on, but it's okay. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not called to everybody. Everybody's not called to me. I'm not one of those entertaining preachers or teachers. I don't tickle your ear. So I'm not going to be popular. I'm not going to be liked. I'm not going to be known. And that's fine. But he that hath an ear to hear, let him hear what thus saith Yahuwah. But if you come in with an itching ear, I'm not the one you want to listen to. Get some of these younger clowns that love to hoop and holler and stand on one leg and have you turn into your neighbor. Y'all follow them charismatic clowns. I'm not one of those. I'm for truth. I'm for foundation. I'm for digging and taking the people and preparing them for the coming of Messiah. So y'all pray my strength, and by the grace of the Most High, we will be back on tomorrow around 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. But there will be no midnight oil tonight. Saida and them did not come on tonight, so I couldn't prepare them. We will not be on for midnight oil tonight. So we're going to end this now. Again, if you're led to continue to support us, we do need your support. I'm behind a deadline with one of my accounts now. They won't let me go live. You can send your tithes and offerings to $ Yosef Yisrael number 7, $ Yosef Yisrael number 7. Once again, $ Yosef Yisrael number 7. All right. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.